George. I'm Izzy.
I'm Emmy.
And today we will be looking at a Reddit page that explains a theory on how the Muggles may have gone to war with the Wizards in the past.
Yeah.
So, I will be reading from the following Reddit page.
Yeah, I mean, Izzy. You read the thing.
Okay.
I'm short.
It is revealed that at the time of the fourth book, the Minister of Magic was required to tell the Prime Minister that he was bringing a dangerous magical creature into the country, a dragon. Why would this rule exist? It doesn't sound like something the Wizards would have made up. Their typical policy is to hide things from Muggles. This sounds like a rule we would make. Okay.
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 Where?
Taking this a step further to the Ministry of Magic in general, why is it called the Ministry of Magic? That doesn't sound like a name of a government.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You have a minister, you have a ministry.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want it to get confused with, like, the Muggles.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ministry anywhere, so it makes sense. It sounds a lot more like the name of a department. Okay. They call the head of this government the Minister of Magic. People in the United States don't call the President of America, and in Britain, the Prime Minister is simply called Prime Minister.
Prime.
Amazon Prime Minister.
Twitch Prime.
People in the United States... Oh, I already read that.
This person is very American.
Yeah, American idiot. Why is this distinction necessary when wizards don't even seem to know what type of government Muggle nations have? Furthermore, no elections Oh, sorry. They did a spelling mistake. It's not my bad reading. She's the one with bad reading, so...
How dare you, Izzy?
How dare you, Emmy?
People who don't know us.
Okay, furthermore, no elections are ever mentioned. Where did this government come from? From where does it derive its authority? Okay, it goes on to say...
Is that your vengeance for the last video?
Yes.
Or is that a repeat of the last video because I'm Emmy? Definitely.
Yeah, you're definitely Emmy. I'm definitely Izzy. Yeah.
Among Us.
Sus.
I think you're an imposter.
I think you're an imposter.
No, you're an imposter.
What if we're both imposters?
No, you're the imposter. I need to watch you medbay scan if you're gonna tell me you're not an imposter.
Well, I don't have that task. It goes on to say, the most compelling piece of evidence is the fact that the wizards are generally lame nowadays. Yes, Dumbledore is powerful, but compared to the Peverells, he is pretty weak. In fact, much of his power came from one of their artifacts that is now no one knows how to make.
What?
Oh,
artifact.
Where are they getting this information from?
Cite sources!
Yes. It doesn't even cite sources anywhere else in it. Are they getting this from the book? Because I don't remember ever reading about an artifact of any kind.
I think that they're an American who's just never read the books.
I mean, they did misspell Dumbledore.
When?
Right there.
Dumbledore.
They forgot the E at the end.
Dumbledore. The mysterious ticking noise.
Okay.
I win.
Aww.
You blinked.
Okay. Even Nicholas Flamel could construct an artifact that no one was able to reproduce. The founders of Hogwarts...
Where?
Right there.
Hogwarts.
You need to get better at your grammar and
Is this person
spelling.
like 6?
Do they have like some sort of like...
Because then I kind of feel bad drop kicking them this hard.
Okay, if... I am sorry for being rude if you have any type of like... issue with that, but
She's dyslexic.
spell check is always a thing. So, yeah, I 100% recommend spell check. The founders of Hogwarts and Merlin were powerful as well. Well, yeah.
Yeah, why are you just listing why they're powerful?
They're powerful because of
theory.
some type of artifact. I thought this was about a war, not about the founders of Hogwarts.
Merlin isn't even a founder of Hogwarts.
Yeah, and Merlin doesn't have any founders. He's just a wizard. Or was just a wizard.
He's really powerful and cool.
Yeah.
And a Slytherin, and I'm a Hufflepuff. and Hufflepuffing. Yeah, she's a Slytherin.
I'm definitely Slytherin.
Yeah.
Rar.
Rar.
What happened to the powerful wizards? Why do wizards not experiment with magic more? Because they're protecting their identity from the rest of the world.
Also, a majority of it is illegal.
Yeah. Think about it. If you were a wizard and you went to a school full of muggles, why would you wouldn't tell everyone about your powers because then you'd be targeted. It's sort of like that, but in this case it's like two different, types of people, and there's multiple of each kind, but yeah, that's why they wouldn't experiment with it, because they wouldn't want to put themselves and their people in danger. One reason that the ministry strictly regulates it. Wizards must register all spells. They must register as animagi.
Anime guy.
Oh, anime guy. And they even collect hide powerful artifacts like time turners, which, by the way, wizards can't make anymore. Another reason is a general culture of complacency and lethargy that seems to permeate the wizarding world.
That's permeate.
Oh. Well, they're using big words to compensate for all the other junk that they're putting in here. I'm sorry.
They're ignorant to Muggle affairs and technology that may be to their benefit. They see no reason to advance magic wait, what? I can't read.
They see no reason to advance magic, or they're rather antiquated culture. By and large, they seem almost pacified. What?
I think they mean pacifistic. Pacifists.
Okay. That's fine. I did not understand any of that, but it could be because of my apparent dyslexia that I apparently suffer from. Okay.
Oh right, I suffer from dyslexic because
you
I'm
suffer
Emmy.
from dyslexia.
Yeah, because I'm Emmy. Because I'm very Emmy.
Okay.
And a Hufflepuff, and yeah.
Yeah. My theory is...
And that's me, and that's me in the picture.
Yeah, and you drew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
you.
me. Yeah, with the side part. I'm really
This
cool.
isn't a side part, it's just missing.
Well, why are you correcting me on my haircut? My theory is that sometime near the end of the Middle Ages, the Muggle trials were more successful than the wizards were led to believe. Muggle trials?
Muggle trials.
What trials? Okay.
Court? Were they testing them?
Were they sued or something?
Were they sued? Was there a testing facility? This could mean many, many things.
Is it like a trial from Legend of Zelda or something? Like, we have to know the specifics here.
Explain to us, provide your sources, and specify what you mean.
Okay.
This is how not to write argumentative text. You should always do it by not using words that are too long, and you should always spell check it, and you should always cite your sources.
Yes. Okay. We found some way to defeat the most powerful of the wizards by some magical means, or perhaps from trickery or sheer numbers. Wait.
We?
So they're saying that there was suddenly this war and the Muggles killed most of the wizards, but how would you know that?
What sparked this war?
Yeah, why are they going to war?
Explain. You need to provide why before you say something happened.
Yeah, you should have the events leading up to what your main reason is or whatever. You shouldn't just say it before, because that doesn't make any sense. Muggles killed the most powerful of the wizards, destroyed magical knowledge, and created the Ministry of Magic to keep the wizards in check.
No, they didn't.
No.
The entire government is actually a clever plan to make wizards believe they are doing this to themselves. After centuries of living under this bureaucracy, its policies have become part of the very culture of magic. The wizard community seems to be withering, and I think this may be by clever design. TLDR, the wizarding world is on a steep decline in large because of the Ministry of Magic. My theory is that Muggles set this up in order to cause the decline and eliminate the threat of magic.
I cannot say that this theory is true at all, because there isn't any substance. Where did you pull this information from? Because I don't think that this is in the books. So, yeah, it's confusing.
It is, certainly. And I'd say in this last paragraph, they're accusing Muggles of being too smart.
Which they're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
Clearly.
In the movies, they portray them as these really stupid, unknowing, rude people.
Yes.
And even the wizards in the movie are just they look down on Muggles. So this doesn't make sense, because if there was some giant war that happened and the Muggles were keeping them in check, the wizards would be looking up to them and they wouldn't say anything rude because they would be afraid.
The two things that I take issue with is, have you met humans? Because if this were to be stop dying. If this were to be a clever plan by the Muggles, there would be so much hierarchy. It would be very hierarchical, and the wizards would be looking up to the Muggles because that's how humans work. Also, the reason that they would be hiding from the Muggles is because, again, have you met humans? They like to attack things that they are unsure about.
What she said. Okay, so what is the community saying about this?
The comments.
Didn't Rowling say at some point that a regular Muggle with a gun wouldn't be even very powerful wizards? What?
Would be even very powerful wizards? I don't think she did. Oh, there's a thread. Then why don't wizards use guns? I can see them not being willing to resort to muggle tools. Many of the greatest wizards don't have an ounce of logic.
Why doesn't Hermione use a gun? What? Guns can kill people, but wands can do, like, 1 million other things as well. It's not like wizards carry their wands around as weapons anyway, unless you're talking about Death Eaters. But they wouldn't use muggle tools, because duh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, I guess they could use a gun if they wanted to, but they don't have any need.
Yeah, also they're British.
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 You're British.
You're British.
I am British. Definitely.
Okay, so that's enough of the comments. Okay, bye.
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 Subscribe.
Subscribe.